better. Petty, petty don't matter. Far as the teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimmish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been to prison. No boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. Say, what you talking?
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Steelers taking on Marcus Mariota and the Atlanta Falcons.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers, the AFC champion, taking on the champions from the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, excited for this one. I mean, Charles, the Steelers back in the Super Bowl once again. Their 9th appearance overall, second only to the Patriots' 11. But if the Steelers win this one, then they'd be on top of the all-time win standings, as it would be their 7th title.
What a franchise. Come on, join me for a minute, okay? Come back to the 1970s with me. Back to the steel curtain defense. Back to Terry Bradshaw, quarterback. Throwing to Lynn Swann and John Stallworth. Franco Harris running the football with Rocky Blyer. That team was something, all right? And that started the path to where we are right here, right now. This team's pretty good, too. And they want their own history. What an accomplishment this would be to win a 7th Super Bowl title for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Meanwhile, it wasn't too long ago that the Atlanta Falcons were in the Super Bowl, and that's one that Falcon fans want to forget, 2017 Super Bowl 51. But now they're back in the big game for the 3rd time in franchise history.
And there's no way we can get to this game without remembering a few of those details of that last Super Bowl appearance. They were up 28-3. Ended up losing in overtime to New England. Give them a ton of credit for putting that game behind them, getting back to the Super Bowl so soon. That shows a lot of character for this franchise.
Here's Steven Sims on the return from his end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And here's Pickett to put it in the air off the bat. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
That's caught. And it's very quickly 8-0. Interesting. I mean, their kicker's fine, but they just opt to be aggressive and go for 2, and they get it.
Does that not remind you of Mike Tomlin of a few seasons ago? Remember that when he started out the season, just this spate of going for 2 all the time and really making people understand, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to come after you. That felt like that Mike Tomlin coaching the team again.
Didn't he do that when they initially moved the extra point back a little bit?
He certainly did. Started to play a little analytics there and also let people know I feel really confident with my offense on the field.
1st and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their own 25-yard line. To throw, Mariota. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Mariota. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And his throw here's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Mariota. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Mariota.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Levi Wallace with a pick.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of...
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a run...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Steelers will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Steelers are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for it. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they got 2 for 2.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mariota. This one left side caught by Patterson. And down he'll go at the 25.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Mariota. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away.
And back deep, Gunnar Olszewski.
That's taken on the 25. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Deontay Johnson with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Steelers are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing is Mariota. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And to the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Mariota. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. He'll air this one out deep for Sims.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Pickett.
And this is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
George Pickens.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Steelers extend their lead yet again. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57.
And it's the Steelers with the early lead. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Boswell on now to kick this one away.
From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Mariota to throw it. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders.
And he loses the football a second time, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
Second time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times, I think, they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Escaping the pressure right. He gets this one to Johnson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Being chased out left.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Steelers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Boswell good with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the 10.
Williams loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Pickett now on 1st down.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
A great play there with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight.
And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And a rout is on here in this first half. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Bring out the Falcons offense once more. Cordero Patterson ready to go again at running back.
And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously, the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Working out of the gun, Mariota.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there because we have seen this time.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, that two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have if you'd run that.
And he loses the football a second time. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Kenny Pickett taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl.
Throwing again on second down. Mariota, and his throw is incomplete. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Mariota. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. First down, Mariota.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Again, it's Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And that will be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Take a look at Deontay Johnson as this offense runs back out.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Deontay Johnson with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight.
And the Steelers just continue to roll.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the route is on here in this first half. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mariota. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt, his 2nd sack of the night. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts?
Now here's Bradley Pinion now. Oh, the return is Olszewski.
Now they try a lateral, but it doesn't work. It's a loose ball. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl from the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Mariota now. Complete to Zacchaeus.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
There is Deontay Johnson as the Steeler offense gets set for this next series.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number. And that's caught inside the 35. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 85 yards. And the Steelers are pouring it on. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
Back to throw, Pickett.
Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And
he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Pickett will try to throw for this.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mariota
got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Final minute now of the third quarter. A first down throw for Mariota.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. Mariota on first down. And as he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montravius Adams able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Cameron Sutton.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big play.
He's got a man complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
Deontay Johnson, 92 yards. And the Steelers continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
And oh, it's wide right. No good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away after the PAT miss.
From the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
From the gun, Mariota. His throw incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. Continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete as well.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Bradley Pena now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Olszewski now to return.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Mark that down as an 85-yard punt return. And the Steelers have got it on cruise control. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And this is going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. This is taken around the 12. A great return there of 22 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Take a look at Deontay Johnson as this offense runs back out.
And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who is just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mariota. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
This is brought in at the 21. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At the 45.
Harris will start the drive out.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Excellent play there by Arnold Ebiketie to meet him behind the line for a loss.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Boswell good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the
costly miss hit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Mariota now to throw on first down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked off by Cameron Sutton. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. At issue here, does the football make contact with the ground before he secured it? And I think some of these angles are going to give us a pretty good look.
Secured is the important part because the ball can touch the ground, but it can't be loose when it does. So that's what they're going to have to try and figure out.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
From the 10. And he returns this to the 22.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll drop to throw. Throw left, and oh my goodness, he loses it again. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Taken in at the 22. Stiff-armed him.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
There is Deontay Johnson as the Steeler offense gets set for this next series.
He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
They'll buy some time right.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Pickett finding Johnson there. First down, Steelers.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coach is preaching.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
Boswell for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the 10.
The Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the Steel City. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to...
You see, it's 2 type of people in life.